Welcome everybody to Facebook Friday. If you have never visited me before, I'd like to start out by introducing myself. My name is Anne Marie Heil. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Antonio, Texas. I do Facebook Live every Friday at 4 p.m. Central here on the Stampin' Ann Facebook page. I also do, after the live video has gone up, I do post the recording over on YouTube on Saturdays. So if you prefer to watch the recording on YouTube, it will post over there on Saturdays. So in the description of this video, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, you'll find links to all of my different social media. So if you're watching on Facebook, you'll find the link to the YouTube channel. And so I'd love for you to subscribe over there. You'll also find a link to my blog, which is my home base, which has everything. It is stampinann.com, and there's some information about ordering in the description of the video as well. I do have a monthly host code, so if you do shop with my monthly host code, you'll get some extra goodies with me. And let's see. I see Tammy says they're having storms in Connecticut. Oh goodness, I hope your power doesn't go out. So I do want to share just a couple other things for Facebook Live with y'all too. So if you do want a project sheet for the card that we make in today's video, I will have a project sheet which will have a picture of the card, the inside of the card, measurements for all of the layers, and then a full supply list. And those exclusively go out to my email subscribers. So if you're not on my email list, I would welcome you to sign up for that. We're on Facebook right now. So I'm going to post it right here in the comments. So if you're not on my email list, I would love to connect with you. I just popped the link in the comments, so you can go ahead and sign up for emails. And if you're watching this on the YouTube replay, the email sign up sheet form will be in it'll be in the description of the video. So you'll just have to click the drop down menu on the description of the video, and you'll find the link for the email form. Now, so my emails go out every Saturday. So today's June 2nd. So the email with this supply list will go out on Saturday the 3rd. And it will also feature last week's Facebook Friday project sheet in case you missed it too. So last week, this was the card that we made with the cute little zany zoo. So again, if you're on my email list tomorrow, you will get a project sheet for today as well as last week. And then next Saturday will be whatever we do on that Facebook Friday, and the previous week, which will be supremely awesome. So I just want to let everybody know that, just so I'm clear on dates, in case you're watching this video at a later date, you know what you're getting yourself in for. So if you do sign up for my email list, you will get a project sheet. It just might not be the one that you're watching in this video if it's a different date range. Again, today is June 2nd, 2023. All right. Oh, Tammy says, I love that you do the project sheets. I download them every week. That makes my heart super happy, Tammy. Thank you so much for sharing that. I see people have opened them, so I hope that people are using them. And because sometimes it just helps when you're watching a video. Sometimes you miss you can miss measurements and things like that. Sometimes the instructions will be in there if it's a little bit more detailed. Other times the video can serve as your instructional reference. Hi, Katie. Katie says she received the card club yesterday. Yay! And guys, I'm so excited because I checked right before I went live to see who had received theirs. So I see a lot of people are receiving their club for the month. I'm super excited. Some more should be going tomorrow. And I think there are a couple people that are slated on Monday. I don't know what's going on. We have a couple people. They're postal service in a certain part of the country. My Colorado friends, for example, for some reason, it takes forever to get mail to Colorado. I don't know why, but it's coming. I promise. I check them every single day, and I hope you guys love those kits. I'm going to do a sneak peek of next month's too. You guys are going to love that one. Okay, let's go ahead and get started today. I gave you all the housekeeping. I always want to say it like that. Yay! Carol says she saw hers too. Oh, you guys, I love reading your comments. I'm so happy you guys are loving the club kits. I tell you guys this all the time, and I get always super emotional when I tell you. I love putting them together every month, and it's just so much fun. And I love to find like all the little things that go in with it. I've been having a lot of fun with it, and I appreciate you guys so much for supporting me and believing in me to bring you a great creative kit every month. So thank you so, so much. Uh-oh, Tammy's going to make her cards tonight. I saw a comment. Oh gosh, Katie, I'm so sorry you had hip surgery. Oh gosh, that is a tough recovery. I hope you're feeling okay. Okay, we're going to make a card today with Supremely Awesome, which, I mean, it's a pizza card, guys. Come on. I mean, it can't get much more fun than this. I love this little stamp set. This stamp doesn't have any dies or punches that go with it. It is just a standalone set, and I think it's stinking cute. So we're going to create a card with it today. Before that, I had prizes for last week. So I have, so we made a cute little, we made a cute card. I had an extra of Zany Zoo last week. Hi, Karen. Oh, it's raining for you too. I would appreciate a little bit of rain. It's hot here. So we did Zany Zoo last week, and this was the card we made. We did a clean and simple Saturday, which, if you guys watched last week, I was probably confusing because I didn't do my normal Friday because I had a vet appointment with my dog. So I did Saturday Facebook Live, and I called it Keep It Simple Saturday. And you guys really seem to like that. So I am going to try and pepper in the month of June, a couple clean and Keep It Simple Saturdays, in addition to my Friday Facebook Live. So it won't be tomorrow. I'll tell you that right now because I don't have anything prepared. But I'm hoping next Saturday to do Facebook Friday as well as excuse me, I just took in too much air all at once, as well as a Keep It Simple Saturday. So the focus on those will be clean and simple cards and just kind of fun ways, because I know a lot of you guys said that you struggled with clean and simple cards, and I do too. So we'll do that a couple times a month. And Carol says, how is Stormy doing? My puppy Stormy. She is doing okay. This week, we're having a hard time with her understanding that she needs to be on crate rest. She's a very active puppy, and she doesn't quite understand that she needs to be on crate rest for a month. So we're struggling with that, but you know, it's hard because she wants to run and play, and it's just so hard to basically try and tell her no, and she just doesn't get why she can't be a puppy right now. But it's okay. We're spoiling her rotten with lots of treats, and she'll get through this. This 30 days is going to go by fast, and I'm just happy we're on the tail end of it. So thank you for asking, Carol. Okay, back to prizes for last week. So if you've never visited me before, what we do every week is the card that I make on Facebook Friday. I actually will give away the following week on Facebook Friday to a person who shares the video. So whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, if you leave me a comment and let me know that you shared the video so we can get some more folks watching us today, you'll be entered into the drawing to win the card that I make on the video. And I do a second drawing for everybody who comments, leaves a comment and just says hi and interacts during the video. And sometimes it's the same card. Sometimes it might be a different card. I happen to have 2 of these this week, so it's going to be the same this week. So for sharing the video, I put everybody's name into a hat, and our winner is Jean Hoffman. Jean, congratulations. You won for sharing. Jean, I am like 90% certain I don't have your address. So if you wouldn't mind dropping me an email, or you can message me here on the Stampin' Ann page, I will send this card out to you. So Jean, you won. Congratulations. I just need your mailing address and I can pop that in the mail to you. And then for everybody who left a comment, I did another, I'll show you the inside too in case you missed it. Ta-da! And this is posted over on YouTube, so if you want to watch the video for this and you missed it, you can catch this over on YouTube. So for commenting, our winner, and I know she's here because I saw her, Carol, I don't want to say this wrong. Is it Salagi or Salagi? I don't know. If you can phonetically sound it out in the comment. I hope I got one of those pronunciations correct. I always try really hard. So Carol, congratulations. And Carol, I have your address. So I will pop this one in the mail to you. It should go out tomorrow. And you're going to get a cute little alligator, crocodile card. I kept calling him two different things in the video. I don't know, was he an alligator or a crocodile? And here's a stupid joke, right? What's the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? And is it a crocodile? I'm going to mess this up. A crocodile sees an alligator sees, I'm such a bad joke teller. And a crocodile sees you in a while, and an alligator sees you later. See you later, alligator. And in a while, crocodile is, never mind. I'm so sorry. I hope you guys are laughing. I wish I had some drums, because that was a bad joke. That was a dad joke. Okay, congratulations, y'all, and thank you for bearing with me while I tried to get that out. Oh my gosh. Carol says, yay, the first pronunciation is correct. Hooray, Carol. All right, perfect. Well, I will drop that in the mail to you. I see you guys are laughing. Thank you so much. Oh, guys, I'm so stupid sometimes. I know what I want to say. It's just getting it out is half the battle. Anyway, all right, let's compose ourselves here. Serious stuff. No, I'm kidding. So I mentioned my monthly club. So my monthly club, everybody that's talking about in the comments that just went out, last month was the Beautiful Balloons bundle. Oh, there's one more project here. So this all went out. This is being received right now by club members. Now, Cultivated Creativity is my monthly club. And let me tell you a little bit about it. What it is, every month you will get everything. You'll get a beautifully curated card making kit sent right to your door. So I'm going to do most of the work. You have to do the stamping and the die cutting or punching with the bundle that's featured. But I will give you all the components you need to put 5 and more. You'll have extra consumables to put some more projects together, but you will have the cardstock and those pieces to put the 5 projects together. Every month we do 4 cards and 1 non-card. Might be a box. Last month was a cute little cake mix holder. I'm going to show you this month's in a minute. Hi, Sandy. And so you'll get all the things that you need. It's about $20 worth of product. So in the case of last month, you had some paper, ribbon, embellishments. Oh gosh, the cake mix was included too. So you'll get $20 worth of product included, and then everything you need to make the 5 projects. And there's also some gifts from me in there. Every month, along with the 5 projects, we do a bonus project, and the bonus project I actually make for you. So you get the tutorial for it, but you'll actually get that completed. And then, you'll have the materials you need to create. If you have the stamp and die set, you'll have what you need if you want to make more of your own too. So, oh, Elizabeth, I'm so happy you're loving them. Oh, will I show you the balloon card that has a surprise inside? If I remember, I will. Okay, so let me talk to you about this month, because registration is open right now for the June kit. Registration is open now through the 20th of June for the June kit. What happens after the 20th? I place all the orders for the product. So if you sign up within that window, I place orders on the 20th, and then I get your kits ready for you, and then they ship out by the 1st of the month. So that's how it works. It is set up as a subscription, but there is no commitment. You can stay as long or as short as you'd like. You manage your payment. So once you set it up, if you just want to stay for 1 month, that's fine. If you want to stay for 2 months, that's fine. But I hope you'd stay longer. And I do have an incentive for everyone who stays for 6 months consecutively. You'll get a prize. And actually, this was the 6th month for my inaugural kit. So I had some folks who have their 6-month goodie bag in their kits this month. And I'm going to have more people next month and more people the month after that. So I'm super excited. I was really excited to put those together because it was something new. Okay. I was going to grab, oh, here it is. Hold tight, hold tight. I forgot to grab, oh, Duh, it's in the basket. I was looking for the stamp set for this month. Okay, so this month, this is the focus bundle for Cultivated Creativity. So we are using Layering Leaves, which is a new stamp set in the Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. This is a $1 million stamp set from Rachel Tessman, and it coordinates with the Bow Punch. Now, the Bow Punch is existing, so you may already have this. It was in the last catalog, but it does coordinate very nicely with Layering Leaves. I love this set because there's tons of great sentiments. It makes beautiful all occasion cards. And another thing you can do with my club, if you want to add on what you need. So you will need this. You will need Layering Leaves and the Bow Punch to create the project as designed. If you don't have it, you can substitute with something else, of course. But if you want to make them as designed, you'll need to do this because there's no stamping in there. And oh my gosh, Darlene says she just ran out in the rain to get her package. That's dedication right there, you guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys are so sweet. So stamping, stamps, punches, dies that are in the featured bundle, inks, and adhesive are not included. So that's the only thing you'll need to complete the projects. So we're doing Layering Leaves and the Bow Punch. You also have the option that you can add on this, these products to your club, and I can send them with your club kit. And this month I'm doing it a little bit different. Since this was a carryover item, I realized some people might already have it. So you have the option to add both together, or just the Bow Punch or just the Layering Leaves stamp set. So there's 3 options on the sign up form if you want to do the add-on, and it's just a catalog price, and I'll cover tax and shipping if you choose to add those on to your kit. So just keep that in mind. And in the link of the description of this video, there's information about Cultivated Creativity. Please check it out over on my blog. There's a link, and then there's a link to the sign up form. And I'd love to have you join me. So that's our featured products for the month. Now let's do a sneak peek of our cards. And I'm just going to do a flyby because I give you guys a little teaser. I love the projects this month, you guys. We are focusing on some beautiful patterns and colors and paper. So here are the projects. So here's one of our cards. This is kind of a unique little fun little card. There's more about that in the club. I have a seed packet card, which is really fun. These are great gifts, by the way. We have another cute card here, which does some fun little ink technique. Da-da-da. We have a fun fold, which is probably one of my favorites. And our non-card this month is a cute little notepad holder. So super, super cute. So lots of fun ways. We try to include fun folds, fun techniques, either paper techniques or ink techniques. So there's always something kind of fun in your club kit. We want to kind of challenge you to try some new things. And then the bonus card this month, I absolutely love. It is clean and simple, but still very elegant, very pretty. And this is the one that I make for you. So I hope you guys are excited. This kit is beautiful all together, and it is a lot of fun to put together. There's fun little pieces, and I hope you guys are super excited about it because we love putting it together, and I can't wait for you guys to get this one because it's super, super fun. Okay. Hi, Pam. Nice to see you there. So I went through that. So please, if you're not registered for Cultivated Creativity, please check it out. Give it a try. I would love to send you a kit this month. You guys are going to love putting these cards together. I promise you, they are so much fun. I put them together too, and I had fun putting them together. So you will have fun putting them together as well. Okay. Let's talk about today. We're going to do Supremely Awesome, which is this one here. And here is our card. We're going to make this fun little pizza guy today. Oh, and I also wanted to let you all know too, I may have extra club kits for the Beautiful Balloons club that just went out. So if you are interested in an extra or just purchasing one of those kits, you can shoot me an email and I'll let you know. I like to make sure that all of my members get their kit first. I may have a couple extras, so if you want to be on a list for those, if I do have extras, please send me an email and I may have one for you to purchase. Okay. All right. So here we go. We're going to do this fun little pizza guy. I love him. I cut everything ahead of time. And here's, like I said, what I love about this bundle is There's no designer series paper on this. We're just using the stamps to create our own designer series paper. And we're just kind of kicking it old school. We're just doing some good old fashioned stamping. We're doing some paper piecing and some heat embossing. So this is going to be a fun one to put together because it's just getting back to basics. And again, if you want the measurements and supply list, it will be listed, or it'll go out to my email subscribers tomorrow. I think measurements might also be over on my blog too, so you can check it out over there. So we've got a card base that's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I have a piece of, nope, that's the inside. We have a layer of basic black, which is 4 by 5 1/4, and then Misty Moonlight, which is one of my absolute favorite colors that I'm so happy is returning, or has returned, and that is going to be our background. So that's what we're going to start with today. And we are going to start by just stamping our own pattern paper, if you will. So let's grab a little scrap paper here. So we're going to do Misty Moonlight on Misty Moonlight. And this is Darling. So we're just going to stamp our little spatula and spoon and just start stamping our background. And when you do background stamping, just keep twisting and turning your stamps so that they're going in different directions. Some are off the card, some are on the card. And, we'll go this way here. I'm gonna start over. I didn't stamp that. I didn't push down hard enough, sorry. I knew I was going to do that. Sometimes when I start going fast, I don't push as hard as I'm supposed to get the whole stamped image, but that's okay. Cardstock has 2 sides and we can fix it. Uh-oh. Stormy just heard a dog bark outside and she's telling me about it. Okay. All right, just gonna it's hard when you're randomly stamping sometimes to remember to turn the stamp. Anybody else have that problem? Sometimes I get going and I'm like, oh no, it has to look random. We'll do here. I can't talk and stamp either, so that's another one of my problems. Okay, and then I'm just going to, our pizza guy is going to live right here, so you don't have to worry about stamping in the area where that layer is going to be. So I just added enough I feel good about that. We're going to stop right there. Do you guys do that when you randomly stamp? Sometimes I'm like, maybe just a little more right here, and then it throws it all off. So we'll just quit while we're ahead. Okay, so we're going to set that off to the side. We also need, okay, hold on. I need to figure out which one. Okay, that's the layer for the pizza guy, and these are my extras for stamping. So we're going to need, this is just a piece of cherry cobbler, and it is, I just want to make it as long as this layer, so 3 7/8 across, and I am actually just going to stamp the checkerboard pattern. And this could also be really cute if you did it heat embossed too. But I almost thought about trying it today, but I was going to use black embossing powder, and it's like Murphy's Law when you use black embossing powder. It gets everywhere, and I was thinking on a live video, that might be interesting. So I opted not to. Okay, so we're just going to stamp that. Now, if you don't get a perfect stamped image, you could always just take your Stampin' Blends, and I'm using basic black here, and I'm just going over my little checkerboards a little bit to fill them in. I probably should have inked up my Memento ink before I went live, but it's okay. I'll just color them in probably really should have inked that up. It's also a good stamp to use like a repositioning tool with too. So you can add more ink if you need. So, but yeah, that's, if you don't get it perfectly stamped, no worries. Just go over it with your Stampin' Blends and nobody knows. You can even just use a basic black pen too. And now, really easy, I'm just going to take a pair of scissors and cut along the border. If you're worried that you don't have a straight cut, then you could use your paper trimmer. I figure it's good enough. Use the border as your guide. If it's not perfectly straight, that pattern it's busy enough that it's probably going to distract the eye so that people could tell that it's not perfectly straight. Like I can see here, I have a little bowing in the middle, but that's fine because that's where I'm going to put my sentiment. So I'm not too worried that it's not perfectly straight. There's not a lot of it showing, so you can kind of get by without it being perfectly straight. But if you're super worried about it being straight, you can use your paper trimmer to trim it down too. Okay, so we're going to toss those little pieces off to the side. Now we need to stamp our pizza guy. And this pizza guy, he's a big image. So, and I actually created this card for a sketch challenge. So this layout is part of a sketch challenge, for this week that I did. And I kind of trimmed the pizza guy down to make him fit on the sketch. So even though he's so big, because you can see, he almost like takes up the whole card front. So I just kind of like to use little pieces of him. And then I pop the pizza off to give it a little bit more interest. So I'm going to make sure, hopefully I get a real good ink coverage. Oh, the pizza guy cracks me up. I'm telling you guys, this stamp set is so cute. As soon as I saw the catalog, I was like, I'm getting that. And I'm so happy that I did. And it's a fun little, not all stamps have to have dies and punches that go with them. Sometimes it's fun to just do some good old-fashioned stamping. And I love this. I just think this is I actually did better on this one. And again, if you don't get full ink coverage, you can just go over it with a Stampin' Blends marker to kind of fill in the difference, and it's totally fine. And I stamped the pizza off. That doesn't matter because we're going to stamp one more. Oh gosh, did I? Yeah, I stamped on the wrong sheet. It's supposed to be on this one. This is the one for the card front. So we got to stamp the pizza guy again. And I got to stamp another. Hold on, let me get a piece of white. Since I'm coloring on it, I'm just going to stamp a pizza. So disregard what I just did. That was a test run. That was just to see if I could stamp. I meant to do that. Totally meant to do that. No, I didn't. But let's just act like I did. Oh, it's all over there now. Who cares? Who cares? So we just need a pizza. Pizza, done. Now we need to do our stamp guy or our pizza guy again. I stamped him on the wrong layer. I need to put Post-its on my layers so I remember which one's which. And this piece is 2 by 4 1/4. Hold on. There's no measurements on this one. 2 1/4 by 4. And then my white layer is just 1/8 of an inch less than that. And again, you can get the measurements from my email list. Oh, Karen, stamping is stamping. It's no big deal. I figure we all do it so I don't get wrapped around those little mishaps. We just stamp again. No worries. I used to get so like, when stuff like that happened. Not anymore. I'm just like, it happens to all of us, right? In our craft room, how many times have you stamped the wrong layer or dropped your stamp on a completed layer? That's my other famous thing that I'm doing a lot lately. Hold on, guys. My video just timed out on my MacBook, but I'm back. I just had to bring it up again. All right, so the first one was a test stamp. This is the real one. And actually, that one stamped a lot better than the first one, so so it worked out really well, right? All right, so we need to color this guy. And we're going to do some, he's going to be really easy to color. Hold on, I pulled all of my Stampin' Blends. I'm going to put them here and I'll tell you the colors as I go, okay? Okay, so we're going to do Misty Moonlight for his pants. He's going to be doing some, he's going to be rocking some jeans type action here, or some kind of blue, you know, khaki pants in his kitchen. I don't know. I say they're jeans because that's what I think like Misty Moonlight kind of looks like, but they could be any kind of fabric, I guess. Don't listen to me. See, this is how it starts, you guys. I start like talking and coloring and I just have the most random thoughts pop into my head. If you visited me before, this is common. It's okay. Just go with it. Sometimes I might sing a song lyric too. You never know what's going to come out. I still am laughing. A couple weeks ago, I used the word razzmatazz, and I can't even tell you, like, I told my husband and he just looked at me. He's like, are you okay? He goes, why did you pick that word? I'm like, I have no idea. So he got his pants done in light Misty Moonlight. I'm going to stamp his little belt, or not stamp, but color his little belt. I felt like this should be solid. So I'm going to just do it in a basic black, but you could do any color you want. If you wanted to do it in red, I'm sure you could do that too. And then we need, I'm going to do ivory for his skin tone, but you could do, Stampin' Up! Has a big range of skin tone colors in the Stampin' Blends, and so you could make him any skin tone you wanted to. I almost grabbed those before I got started, but I ran out of time. So we're just going to do bronze. And what I love about this guy is he's super easy to color because, I mean, he's got a white chef's coat on, a white hat, chef's hat. And you could, I mean, I'm sure you could make it any color you wanted to if you didn't want to leave it white. But I love this because there's not a ton to color, but he really comes to life with just a little tiny bit of shading. Okay, so that's it. That's our chef. Ta-da! Now we have to color our pizza. So our pizza, I'm going to try and put some of these away as I'm using them because so they don't take up so much room. So our pizza, I'm going to do dark smoky slate for the tray that the pizza is resting on. And if you go out of the lines, don't worry too much because we're going to fussy cut this. I'm saying that more to myself. So there's our tray. And that goes here. My blend storage is right here. So I'm putting them away as I go. And then I'm going to use dark crumb cake for the crust. No, do I want dark crumb cake? Feels a little dark. It'll lighten up a little when it dries. If that's too dark, I might go over it with the light just to lighten it up a little bit. I think we're going to be okay. I get really quiet when I do blends. That's why I try not to do them too much on videos because I get really wrapped up in it. So, okay, now I'm going to do some pepperonis. I can't get the lid off my blends. Here we go. We're going to do dark cherry cobbler. I couldn't think of the color for some reason. And sorry, I get super quiet when I color, but I like watching other people color. I don't know about you guys. It's always fun to me to watch on a video when someone else colors. Okay, so I think we're good there. We'll put those away. And now we need some cheese. Uh-oh, I said the magic word. It's my dog Gidget Louise's favorite thing, cheese. I just looked behind me and her ears perked up like, yes. Gidget Louise loves her cheesy. We always give her a hard time. She loves her cheese, you guys. I probably should stop saying it. She's probably like, what the heck, Mom? Go get the cheese. Stop talking about it. Okay. Oops. I have a little tiny spot here. I'm just going to kind of go over, fill in my pepperoni. Now, another thing that I did on mine, it's a little detail. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but you could take a black Stampin' Write marker, or this is just a, I don't even know. This is just a Le Pen. It's just a little like foam, not foam, but fine tip pen. What am I saying? Hello. And what I did was I did a little sprinkle of some, I don't know, it could be like oregano or pepper. I just felt like it needed a little more detail in the background. So I just did a little sprinkling of something. So here you can see it on the final card. I'll bring it up closer for you. So just a couple little dots just to kind of bring a little life to it, because I felt like it was flat with just the cheese. And then another thing you can do, you know me, I love my details, is I'm going to add some Wink of Stella to the pan just for some added detail. You can even add it to the pepperoni if you wanted to, so they kind of look like they're, you know, glistening. Jan says herbs. Yes, correct. So it could be like a little herb mix. But I just think that little detail, again, you don't have to add that if you don't want to, but I think it just kind of brings our little pizza to life. So I'm just going to go around and trim out our pizza. And I'm trimming, normally when I fussy cut, I leave a little bit of a white border. This one I'm trimming right to the black border because we're kind of paper piecing it. But you could, if you left a little white border, it's fine. It's still going to trick the eye to thinking it's cut pretty straight. Are you a fussy cutting fan? I'd love to hear in the comments. I do fussy cutting as long as the image is easy to fussy cut. I see people who cut these super detailed images and I'm like, nope. Because my hand starts to hurt after a while. I don't know about you guys, but the key with fussy cutting is to move the paper. Just kind of like get your scissors in there and then just move the paper. Hold on one second. Let me move it close to me because I see a little snaggly edge here. I just needed to bring it closer. So there we go. So our little pizza's cut out, and now we can put most of this card together. So let's start assembling. Karen likes to fussy cut. I know, I find it really relaxing. Like I said, as long as it's not like super detailed. Sometimes for cards, I am going to make a version of this card for swaps, and I'm like, I can handle fussy cutting the pizza. Sandy says her hand starts to hurt too. I know, I get a weird little cramp sometimes when I start cutting. It's just because I feel like sometimes I'm holding the scissors like really tight and I don't need to, but I'm so worried about holding them correctly that's why it hurts. So, and Peggy says she's not a fussy cutter, just if you have to, she'll do it. Yeah, so, but I think for an image like this, even if you had to fussy cut this little guy out, I like him because he's an easy image to cut. Really easy to trim around him. I find that, you know, he has a lot of straight lines, so he's a little bit easier to fussy cut. Oh, Diane says she's not a fussy cutter at all. I know. Embrace your inner fussy cutter. It's hard sometimes. Okay, you know what? My layer feels like it's just a little off, so I'm just going to shave. I felt like it was a little crooked, so I just shaved a little bit of that off. Okay, now I'm going to actually not add any dimension to this because I have to put our little checkerboard pattern over the top. So we're just going to add this layer to the Misty Moonlight layer. Put it close to the side here. And then we're going to put our checkerboard over the top. And as I mentioned, this layout was from a sketch. So, you know, that's why I'm running this checkerboard here. I could run it under his little feet if I wanted to, but I actually, just the way the card is laid out, I don't mind that it cuts across the image because I think there's a lot of like white space here. So I think it breaks it up a little bit. Okay. So, and I'm going to use liquid glue. You could even do Terran tape. I would definitely use a stronger adhesive because you're putting it over another layer though. So we'll just kind of pop it up here. And I just love how just that little checkerboard pattern adds the perfect amount of detail. And I just cut this a little bit longer so I could trim off the excess to make it nice and clean. Okay, here's our oopsie on the back. Now we'll just assemble our layers. And I did the original card in Cherry Cobbler, Misty Moonlight. I thought about doing today's card in Real Red, but I kind of like the Cherry Cobbler. I don't know. I pulled the Real Red and it felt a little too like Americana. So that's why I kind of kept with the Cherry Cobbler Misty Moonlight combo. And then we'll add it to the base. I feel like I need sound effects here. All right. So here we go. Ba-dum-bum. It's so fun so far, you guys. And then our little Fussy Cut pizza just kind of fits right in his hand, and we're going to pop this one up for some added dimension. So add a couple dampened dimensionals to the back and pop it off the layer. Oh, there's a little bit of white right here. Hold on. And if you're worried about having the white edges, you could do a couple things. You could take like your Stampin' Blend and just kind of go around the edges if you wanted to clean up some of if you didn't get it perfectly straight. I'm gonna do this side though, just because it's hanging off. Okay, so just added a little bit of dimension. Again, I don't think it's too noticeable if you have a little white oh, he just got a pizza in the face. So we'll just pop that right over his hand. And I love how it hangs off the layer. I think that adds so much fun interest. Oh, hi, Jamie. You have sound effects. Gosh, you guys, there's a whole bunch of you that are having storms and rain right now. Gosh, be safe out there. I hope you're all okay. Ooh, ba-dum-bum. That's my version of a thunder sound effect. I have no idea why I just did that. Okay, we need a sentiment. So I've got some basic black. You've got a pizza, my heart. Hello, punny sentiment. Nice to meet ya. Love that. Do a little embossing buddy. Does your glue drip out when I'm putting it? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Elizabeth asked if my glue drips out when I have it kind of inverted in my holder like this. It doesn't, but if I leave it open for too long, it gets a little gunk on the end of it. So I only typically leave it like that when I'm working, when I'm actively working. I don't leave it like that if I go off and do other die cutting and stuff. It's when I'm really putting all the pieces together, I leave it. Okay, so we're gonna do Versamark. You've got a pizza, my heart. I love this. And you can't see that on purpose. Where's my scrap paper? Here it is. And we're going to do some white embossing. And look, I have a little rhinestone on my embossing jar. I just left it there. It showed up one day and I just left it there. It's a little friend. It just made its way onto my lid, and I just left it there because it felt like it wanted to be there, so we just left it. Hold on. Smack the back of that. And another tip, I know I've shared this before, is If you have a little straggler embossing fold or embossing powder, you can take the sticky tip of your Take Your Pick tool, and it will pick up any excess. Looks like we're okay. So if you have any weird little guys that just want to hang on for dear life on your paper, if you take this sticky end, it'll pick up little bits of embossing powder. Because the last thing you want to do is try and flick them off with your fingers, because the oil from your fingers just makes them stay longer. So, and I cut a big enough piece of paper today that we're going to heat emboss this. Elizabeth says, I'm enticing you to get this set. Elizabeth, get it. Just get it. It's not an expensive set too, which I love. And it's got pizza. How can you go wrong with pizza? All right, I think I warmed that up enough. Like I said, this one was one of the first ones I got just because the punny, if there's a punny sentiment, I am all about it. If you can't tell, I like goofy little punny sentiments. They're my jam. So, all right, here we go. You've got a pizza my heart. Now I am going to use a circle punch. Now this circle punch is not in the annual catalog. It is an online exclusive, and the one online doesn't look like mine. Mine is old school. We're kicking it old school today, guys. This is a 1 3/4 inch circle punch, and this is an online exclusive. It'll be in the new punch style. This is how punches used to come years ago. I just happen to have this size, so I'm using it. Oh, I might need to trim some off here. Christina says, I didn't know that. Thank you for the tip. Well, I hope it helps you. Again, it's always best to, when you have your embossing powder on here, give it a good tap to get the excess off. But sometimes you've got those little travelers, they just want to hang on for dear life. And, so your Take Your Pick tool really comes in handy to get them off. You got a pizza my heart. I love it. And so again, if you don't have a 1 3/4 inch circle punch, I think there's a 1 3/4 inch, a 2 inch, and I think I know there's a 2 3/8. There might be a 2 1/4. I'm not 100% sure on that, but there are circle punches available as online exclusives in the Stampin' Up! Online store. They're not in the catalog, but they are available. Okay, so now you've got a pizza my heart. I already tied a little bow with the Simply Elegant trim, and I just tied a little bow, and I added some Stampin' Dimensionals to it. Now, I want to make sure this sticks really well to the back of my circle. So I'm just going to add a layer of tear and tape. You can do Stampin' Seal too if you wanted to. I just want a really good, I just want to put a good layer of adhesive back there. And then I'm going to and I tied this ahead of time. Spoiler alert, if you're new to watching me, I am almost too meticulous with my bow tying. So I tie it in advance for you. So you don't have to watch me struggle. Because I will putz with a bow all day. So this just makes it so I can get it done and you guys just don't have to watch me being a perfectionist. So that's why I added that strip of tear and tape on the back just to give it something to stick to. And then I stuck some Stampin' Dimensionals over the top to just hold it in place. And I'm going to add a couple more because y'all know I love a good sturdy card. And we'll just pop that on here. And my husband was the one who said this when I showed him this card. He goes, well, that's kind of cool because the sentiment on the circle kind of looks like a pizza tray. And I was like, oh, I meant to do that. That's what I said. I was like, I'm glad you've picked up on that, but I didn't mean to do it, but it was funny that when he said that, I was like, that works. Oh, you're so sweet. Peggy says, like how you made the bow. Yeah, I made the bow, and instead of having the tails go on the bottom, I just kind of tucked them on the side, and I'm going to stop. I'm not going to keep touching them, but you can manipulate the ends however you want to. But I just thought it was kind of, my intent when I did the bow was that I was thinking the silver was mimicking the pizza tray. But then when he said that about this, I was like, oh, Yeah, it does line to look like a pizza tray, right? The nice circular patterns throughout. I love repetition. Okay, and finally, for the front of the card, we're going to use some classic matte dots, which is funny because they come in white, ivory, gray, and black. And clearly, I need a whole sheet of black because they're the only ones I'm using. So I need to use the other ones more often. So I'm just going to do some black matte dots just to kind of highlight the sentiment here. Simple. I felt like we really didn't need any more glitz on here. I thought that was just enough. That little pop of silver was just enough. Now let's do our inside. So I've got, and I don't normally do an extra layer inside the card, but I am for this one because I wanted to bring the Misty Moonlight inside the card. I always have, if it's your first time visiting me, I always have this saying, I like to bring the party inside the card, like take the party from the front and bring it inside, and also bring the party to your envelopes too. So it's just more fun when a card kind of carries the theme all the way through. So I wanted to bring some Misty Moonlight in. So I have a 4 by 5 1/4 layer of Misty Moonlight, and then I'm going to do the 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 layer of basic white. But we're gonna, I have to change my paper trimmer blade. All right, I just filed a little bit of that off. I said that right before I got started, and I'm like, oh gosh. Okay, so I'm going to do our little checkerboard again. And you could do exactly what we did on the front and cut another strip, just like we did, but I wanted this one to be really even. So I'm just going to stamp it. I'm going to stamp it upside down. And I'm going to color it in. So there's another way you could do this too. So I'm just going to stamp it towards the bottom. And that's not straight. That was our test stamp. Now we're going to stamp it again. Sometimes I really like photopolymer stamps for this reason because you can see through them. So we'll stamp it again, and hopefully this one's straighter. Okay, we like that better. And now for this one, I'm just going to take my Cherry Cobbler Stampin' Blend. Oh, my brush tip is bad on this one. Ooh, I guess we're going to do this. And I'm just going to color it with Cherry Cobbler. Sorry, I would normally use the brush tip, but mine is like ready to be replaced. And you can see how it's filling in where my stamps, you know, where normally I might go over it with the black, just coloring it with the Cherry Cobbler fills it in. But again, if you wanted to, you could do exactly what we did on the front and stamp it on a Cherry Cobbler piece and add that in. But this is just another way to do it. I think this is the last thing I'm coloring. I always feel like I get so quiet when I color. Okay. Oh, missed. Little teeny tiny spot. Yeah, that brush end is done. I know I have a replacement of these. Oh my gosh, I can't get the lid off. Ah! Well, my blend just came out, and I think I broke it. So let me grab the light real quick. I'm just going to replace that. I took it out. It finally came off, but the inside of it came out too. So I think it's finally done. Okay, it's okay. Crisis averted. Never a dull moment around here, y'all. Let me tell you. Okay, so we want to keep our continuity from the front. So we need another, I'm going to do another set of utensils. And I'm going to do those in Memento Black. It's okay. That Cherry Cobbler blend, it's seen some things, you guys. It's been around for a while. So it was time. It was time to be replaced. I'm not heartbroken. It probably should have been replaced a long time ago. Where's my Misty Moonlight pad? Here it is. And then what I did for this, because of the sentiment you're using, I'm going to do the Together We Make a Deluxe Combo. I think it's so stinking cute, you guys. So that'll be our sentiment. I was so excited to, like, I showed this to my husband, and then I was like, oh, I wanted to give this card to him because I know he appreciates a good pun too. So he might get it later. He'll probably forget that he saw it if I give it to him later. Does anybody else's husband do that? That's a little crooked. You guys know I'll fix it after the video. And then I just tied in, because I felt like, you know, you got a pizza my heart, you have to add a heart image, right? So I pulled this teeny tiny heart from the Crafting With You stamp set. Or if you have a heart punch or a, you know, another heart image, I'm sure you have one in your arsenal you could use. And I just did it in Misty Moonlight, just because I felt like it needed a heart to go with that front sentiment. So because I am going to restamp that because it's crooked, I am going to show you the completed inside. There you go. So, and again, I just wanted to bring that little bit of Misty Moonlight inside, and it's just a fun, cohesive little card. So I hope you guys love this one. And if the Supremely Awesome stamp set's not on your list, it might have just made the cut, right? I don't know. It's super cute. I just think this is a really fun little stamp set. I love this little card. And these are fun cards to put together to, you know, just make somebody smile a little bit. You can't go wrong with that. What's the other sentiment in here? You are supremely awesome. And then look, there's fun little pizza slices with some extra fun details. I don't know. I just think this is a fun little set. So I hope you enjoyed this today. Thank you so much for joining me for Facebook Friday. It was nice to visit with you. And, Diane says a fun pizza party invitation. Yes, so cute. And I think I saw, I think maybe it was Nora. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Somebody said this could be a cute gift card holder too for like a pizza place. So there's a lot of possibilities with this little set. And this guy, he's super proud of his pizza. And I'm super proud of my card. So we've got something in common. Anyway, you guys, I'm goofy today. It's Friday. It's been a long week. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had fun with this card today. And again, I will post the replay for this over on YouTube tomorrow. And if you're on my email list, you'll get your newsletter tomorrow, which will give you the project sheet for this and any other Stampin' News I have to share with you. So, you guys, I hope you have a great weekend. Take good care. Happy stamping out there. And for those of you with bad weather, please be safe. Okay? Take care, everybody. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.